Basically, do you want to see what the, because I've got it all in bits as well, what I'm doing.
Clear for me to lift this up?
Basically, what I'm trying to do.
You make butter in bread look hard work. Performance series. I don't think you can get down there, Chris.
Lights.
Camera, action. It all started working on a series in my dad's shed. I followed my dreams and joined the Marines, serving in Afghanistan. Defenders were always part of me. So here we are, building custom machines with my awesome team in Shropshire. We are Mahker. Hi guys, I'm Dave and welcome to episode 20. Do you like my t-shirt? These are available on the website soon, so make sure you order one. Right guys, I'm going to start this episode on this vehicle here. So Phil, a customer of ours, bought this vehicle to us very early on because he had a bit of an accident. He called me and said, Dave, the car's been recovered to you. I was like, oh dear. And upon closer inspection, we found a big hole in the gearbox. So it's brought it forward, so we really couldn't fit it in, but he's bent my arm and that's it. The body's coming off, ready for paint. We've made the conclusion now that we're going to put a Marsden chassis on this car. He's spending some good money on it, so I said, look, it's worth doing. We don't want to just do half a job, we want to do a proper job, so that's the plan. If you want to come around here, you'll see that the prop shaft decided to detonate. Basically, the caps have obviously seized up and let go, and if you look down there, look at the size of the hole in that gearbox. He was lucky really, he didn't lose his left foot in my opinion. So this car is going to have a 330d, 400 horsepower engine conversion. So we decided new chassis, new axles, big brakes, give it the works. So these are the axles that will be going on that 330d build. They've got 3.54 diffs. These have been pegged with HD crown William pinions. The fronts are 365mm calipers. The rears are 330mm calipers. As you see here, these are heavy duty drive flanges supplied to us by Ashcroft. We've gone with a lovely gunmetal colour here. We're going to call these our Mahker Stage 3 cases. And the stainless steel arms you see here, these are Gwyn Lewis's Sumo bars. And if anybody would like a set of these, just ask, we've got plenty in stock. So these transmit the steering angle. So you'll have one at the front, that'll be your direction from your steering box. The rear is classed as your drag link. That keeps your front, your left-hand wheel and right-hand wheel parallel to each other. As you can see here, have you turn this one left to right, that's where your steering geometry comes from. So as you'll see, this chassis is repairable. It would take a sandblast and it would be painted, but the customer requests a galvanised chassis, so we're going to give him our bolt-in cradle chassis kit. And basically treat it with a really good quality 2K paint, and it should last a long time. So Scott, a good friend of ours, this chap owns Uproar 4x4. We love using his products, very good quality. They're like these corner protectors. Scott wanted the best exhaust system we could give him, so we gave him this 3-inch turbo back system. So this car's a 2.2, it was a 2.2 standard Puma. We've given him a 3-inch all the way through. And if you could fit under there, Chris, you'd be able to see it. This goes all the way through, little silencer in the middle so the car's not too loud. He specifically said, Dave, I don't want this thing to be leery because this is his daily drive and he likes it to be nice and quiet, so that's exactly what we gave him. If you come to the engine bay, so just to give you a heads up, this car's only done 4,000 miles. It's absolutely immaculate. And down here at the back of the turbo, you'll see how neat we've made this system. We've enclosed the lambda sensor right at the top where it should be, and we've basically made it lovely and compact. And for a 3-inch system, I'm really impressed what Dean's done with this.
Right guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to go through with you a little bit about what we've done on this Defender 110. It's come in to the shop for a 330d conversion. As you can see, the chassis is nice and clean. While we had the engine out, if you want to come in here and have a look at this, we've made these nice 330d engine mounts. These will be available to buy soon as a bolt-on kit. While we had the engine out, the owner wanted the chassis painted at the front, but it was decided that the chassis actually wasn't that nice, so we took the body off, prepped the chassis. It's been completely painted. It's got brand new axles on it. If you have a look in here, brand new LOF brakes, these really nice Pioneer braided lines throughout the whole build. So Joe at Pioneer came down and he did a whole kit for us that literally replaces every copper line on the car with these nice stainless braided hoses. If you come around here, you'll see that we've started making a nice 3-inch exhaust system for this build. So this will really free up some power and it will sound awesome as well. So if you have a look under here, following on from sort of the details around the top, you'll see some of the nice details that we've got here. So all this has been painted or powder coated, nice new ball joints everywhere, new seals, freshly rebuilt axles with new swivels on, new steering arms. One of the nice things about taking the body off the chassis and then putting it back on is the fact that all this gets painted individually, so there's no spots where we miss with the paint, so you get a nice protection and a nice finish. Here we've got an external fuel filter for the 330d conversion. This is onto an original Puma box, so this is the original Puma box that came with the car. This was a 2.2, so it's a 6-speed. That's been mated onto the engine with a 4x4 fabrication adapter plate. As you come back here, you'll start to notice some nice details, like, again, one of the benefits of taking the body off is all the engine mounts, all the brackets between the body and the engine, they've all been galvanised and painted. So really, it's a nice long-lasting build. Sam, our resident TIG welder, has made this nice 3-inch system. As you can see, he's used big sweeping bends for a decent flow. The customer wants the option of having ASBO or not ASBO, so here we've got a 3-inch bypass pipe with a valve, so at a flick of a switch he can have a really noisy system. If he wants it to be a bit tamer, he can shut this valve here. The exhaust gases will pass through this silencer and it will be a much quieter system and a lot tamer, without affecting performance too much. Again, it's nice to have a look under here to see, like, now the chassis has been painted, all brand new Powerflex bushes in here. And again, this car's going to drive really nice. Brand new brakes, brand new bushes, a nice engine conversion, brand new diffs from Winchester gears, fresh axles, and it's just going to be a very complete, it's going to be a fast 110, but also very refined, and it will handle well on the road. No Sam this week, so I'm on the TIG welder. Sam's obviously built this system, he's away today, and I'm just going to finish it off with this nice Mahker badge, because we're obviously proud of what we do, so we want to put our mark on it. So that's that plate tacked on. Have a look at this one that we fitted on another system.
Basically, you must think I'm living in this thing at the moment, which isn't too far removed from the truth. What we're trying to achieve today is he wants 2 speakers and some amps mounting on the panels in the back here. So we've made, if you can look behind it, we've done a wooden frame, which we're then fastening these sheets of aluminium to, and then we'll have the speaker cutouts in the back here and 2 amps mounted there, just so he's got a bit of sound for the sound system in the back and whatever else he wants to do with it. On this, we're obviously mocking everything up to make sure everything's going to work, and then it'll be all completely stripped out and then powder coated, and then you'll be, in a couple of episodes time, probably you'll see it all going back together, all painted, all powder coated, and whatever finishes we go into it, and then it'll all eventually be going back in and being finished.
Go on, Lou. Up you go. And what I was talking about earlier, if you check out that for a hole, where the prop shaft came off and at the gearbox. Pull, Louis. So block the engine. So basically on this build as well, we're going to be giving this car new market wine leather interior. So Phil asked us to upgrade his interior. So what we're going to do, we're going to give him this on the dash. We're going to give him it 2 Recaros, left and right. And in the back, we're also going to trim the same style in the back. And on the exterior, we're going to go one piece rear fixed windows. So they're non-opening, very similar to what we've got in Ethos. So it's one piece, no vibrations, no noise, and just for that extra perfect touch. The suspension for this Land Rover is going to consist of our 1-inch lowering kit, which involves these Fox shocks, these mighty Adrenaline heavy duty arms, our 1-inch lowering springs, which are currently boxed, and basically heavy duty anti-roll bars, which allows the car for extreme handling, especially we're going to be giving him a lot more horsepower than he would have standard. So what you see here is the new heart of the electrical system that is going to be going into the overland truck. So a few of you have noticed have been following this truck and asked for extra detail. So this here is, we've got a smart system. So basically this is going to be a split charge system that comes from the main vehicle's battery from the alternator. So this will basically recharge the pack of batteries that we've got in the back of the van. This one here, so this is the smart solar charge controller. So this is basically taking the energy from the solar panels on the roof to help back up and charge this system. And all of this system here is available to see on your phone at the touch of a button and keep an eye on it. So at any one time you can plug in, and I believe it's actually Bluetooth, so you can see what's going on, what your percentage is being charged by solar, and what position your batteries are in. Like, do you need to recharge them with the vehicle running? Do you need to plug your backup generator in, say? So it's all round the dog's danglies of system. This is an RD128 ARB diff locker. We're fitting these into the Dirty 130 because I want to be able to lock the axles up at the flick of an air switch. So we've lowered the ratio to 4.11 ratio. I'm running 37-inch tyres on Dirty 130, so we want to give the diffs an easier life. So that's why we've dropped the ratio from 3.54 to 4.11. These diffs have been built by Winchester. The cases have been made by Nigel. This is the pegging device. This basically is hard against this crown wheel to stop deflection. This is the airline here, enters through the top of the casing, pumps air through this very delicate copper tube. You've got to be super careful with these when you're installing them, making sure they're not hard against anything and making sure this very aggressive ringing pinion is not going to eat it. So we're going to fit these, and we've also already fitted the rear, and it's a vast improvement over the 3.54 ratio. So this is our new table from Mack Industries, and we're basically going to build this axle today, upgraded shafts, upgraded CVs, and hopefully have a very strong front axle. Basically, this case has just come up from the powder coaters, and we always ensure that we steam clean the inside of these to basically get all the debris, the sand, anything, crud, paint, leftover powder coating that can end up inside this casing. We do not want that inside moving gears. Moving gears need a beautiful environment, bathed in oil, not sand. So I'm going to take this now to our freshly made jig table to start the assembly. So guys, thanks for watching the channel. Sorry I've not got back to all of you on the questions and answers, but we will be doing a question and answers day soon, so I will get back to you as soon as I can. Right, I'm going to carry on building this axle, so thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a comment, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks again.